Hello, brothers and sisters. My name is Dr. Alonzo Richard Fleming, Jr. And I'm coming here to you today in order to emphasize the need for a rigorous public debate among the black male and female prodigals of America. Brothers and sisters, our condition is deplorable across this country, with all the reports that are coming out stating the same thing over and over. The situation, brothers and sisters, is even worse than what they're letting on to. We have to get a solid resolve and a solid direction that we as a people can go so that we can save ourselves. And the only way we can get that is to have anyone who have a direction we can go to put up in a public debate so we as a people can choose. Currently, brothers and sisters, we have 100 different black leaders going 100 different ways and all pretending that we unified going in the same direction. Brothers and sisters, if you have 99 wrong ways to go and one correct way to go, it doesn't mean you have 100 choices. You have one choice that's correct. And that is what a debate will help us to determine. And that is why it is vitally important that we have a public debate against concerning the direction of the prodigal male and female. Since we released our book, The Devil's Advocate, A Spiritual Man's Case Against God, a little over 2 weeks ago, we've been getting phenomenal response. But along with that response, we've been receiving phone calls and emails from concerned, well-intentioned brothers and sisters who also love the prodigals. And their concern is that what we are doing is somehow frustrating our push towards unity. By calling a showdown between all the various sects who have varying different ways that are opposite to one another, we somehow are frustrating unity. And that's what we're going to deal with today. So I want to raise the question so that we will have definition, so when that comes to your mind, you will know what unity is, because we need to know what is unity and how do we get unity. And how long should it take to unify? Brothers and sisters, these are scientifically based questions. And scientifically based questions are natural to the prodigal. They're not a foreign thing. His nature is not based in luck, haphazard, chance. His basis for his inquiry is logic and spirituality and reason. And this is what we want to lay before you today. Unity, brothers and sisters, is our nature. And unity is the reality of oneness. When you are at one, you are unified. Unity is synonymous, brothers and sisters, with peace. Let me say that again. Unity is synonymous with peace. Here's why. Because peace is when your thoughts or your thinking no longer fight with itself. When your thoughts are consistent, you are at peace or at harmony with the self. And when your thoughts are consistent, you're able to move in the direction of peace, in the direction of love, in the direction of unity. Peace and unity are synonymous. And peace is the reconciliation of all thought. Now, I want to point out briefly, brothers and sisters, that be not deceived. Bodies cannot unite. Because that's what we're doing right now. We got all these bodies uniting, but our minds are going in different directions. We get on the stage together to talk about a millions more movement in the direction of liberation, and then everybody shoot off in a different direction, all going in opposite directions of liberation. Bodies tried to unite on that stage on the 4th of May 2004. But minds were not united, and therefore the Millions More movement has slowed to a snail's pace as a result of that. Bodies cannot unite, brothers and sisters. Only minds can unite. People will stand next to you for different reasons. Your enemy will stand next to you, but he's trying to get to you so he can kill you. Do you see that? So you cannot depend on the person standing next to you because they're standing there that they are united with you. You only know if a person is united with you if they are united in thought. What is unity? Unity, when it is present, love naturally emerges. Unity, when it's present, killing of each other cease naturally. Unity, when it's present, respect and a united effort for self-interest easily is achieved. This is what unity brings. But what is unity? The reconciliation of thought. So how do we achieve unity, brothers and sisters? You must first understand that you cannot unite. Unity is impossible. You cannot unite when truth is the casualty. As iron cannot unite for real with clay, nor can you get unity when truth is absent, because truth is the glue of unity, and consistency is the glue that truth brings. So, as iron cannot unite with clay, neither can opposing thought systems unite. Jesus gave the story in the Bible about a prodigal. And this prodigal decided that he was going to leave home and go to a faraway country. And so he turned his back to the knowledge of himself as he walked away from home. And so the light of knowledge that was of himself was shining towards the back of his head. And as he began to get further and further away from home, he began to lose sight of himself, and he began to see himself because of the shadow that was being made in front of him as he walked away from home. He began to see shadows of himself. And the further he got away from home, the bigger the shadow became. And the larger the shadow became, the more darkness that surrounded him. And the darkness was the darkness to the knowledge of the self. He finally gets to this strange country where strange people reside, with strange citizens, strange laws, strange ways of treating people. He goes into this system with his substance intact at first. And he began to mingle with the citizens of that faraway, strange country. And as he mingled with those people and started to take upon himself their ways, he became totally blinded to the knowledge of the self, and his thinking began to take on the thinking of the citizens of that strange country, which were detrimental to himself. Do you understand? The more he mingled in their system, in their ways of thinking, the more his thinking began to take shape that reflected their thoughts of him. And their thoughts automatically relegated him